So let's just get right into it. First, we have Drag K, number 1 Chow supposedly. I don't think that's number 1. I think that's a lie. It's not a 150 ER. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's technically true, but it's also clearly a lie. Like there's a total of how many? 500,000 Chow submissions, and only 20,000 of them are in the 150 ER bracket. Alright, bro's basically pulling up to a fucking international event and saying, I'm the fastest runner. Here's the proof. And showing you his fucking high school results. Number 1 in his high school. Like, okay, dude. Congrats, I guess. Congrats, I guess. Anyways. I mean, it's a good build. Don't get me wrong. But you're never going to need 150 ER unless you're playing Chow teams that are probably not what a number 1 Chow would want to play, you know? Like solo Animo Chow. Anyways, your Mawika build, I see, this is for a Veresa team. That's pretty good. Pretty solid build. Yeah, we take those. Those are nice sands. It is. Honestly, it's not even that good. Like, it's good, but none of these pieces are, like, gonna leave me awestruck, you know? They're all good pieces. Like, none of them are bad, but none of them are, like, impressive. Oh, not impressive. But none of them are, like, all-inspiring either. 0 EM Mawika. I mean, this is not a Mawika carry. This is clearly for Veresa's, or I guess Cloyne, or not Raiden. Okay. This is probably for Cloyne teams. Blacklift Pole. Wait, I feel like this is very big. You have every single substat in the game. I feel like this is the first time I've seen that. You have every single substat. You have HP percent, flat HP, attack percent, flat attack, defense percent, flat defense, EM, crit, ER. That's crazy. It's 25 crit rolls, 3 EM rolls, 2 HP rolls, 3 attack rolls. It's pretty decent. Alright, that's pretty solid. Took KQS standard took the KQS standard a little too seriously. Alright, Veresa build. This is not a leveled Veresa, so there's actually more crit rate than this. Right, because this is 61.1% crit, and she would be if she was properly built at 24.2, or sorry, 61.4. So it would be 70, 80, 85.6 when fully leveled. Hey, what's that? That's 24. That's a good build. Circlet, I'm jealous. Goblet is pretty good. Sands is crazy. It's good. It's not that, like, it looks better than it actually is, but it does look good. Your feather's a bit underwhelming, and so is your flower, actually. But they're both okay. Something's wrong here. Not enough EM. This is a TF Cloyne build. That's kind of really fucking good. Although, having this much attack on a TF build is a bit worse, because TF is something you only really do in the like Quicken teams and the Quick Bloom teams, and in those teams attack percent is a lot worse than crit. You have a crazy sand, I'll tell you that much. Your feather's pretty good, your flower's pretty good. It's your circlet that's a little underwhelming. It's not bad either though. I'm actually kind of curious where this ranks. Oh, I don't think there's a TF only leaderboard for Cloyne. There should be, because obviously the combo happens more often when you're on TF, right? And they were, what number were they? 89, 69. So how many pages is that? How many are there in a page? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 per page. And number 9,000 is on page, it's after page 43. So that's 850-ish around. The question is, there's probably going to be some of the Whimsy builds that are actually good enough to be better than the TF builds, even in Quick Bloom teams. And so it's probably not top 800 and something. It's probably like top 1,000-ish. Maybe top 1,500 out of 200k. So it probably is top 1%. It might be, oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, this is a pretty good build. But if you find yourself a better circlet or an onset goblet that's good, you might shoot up the ranks. Is the owner of this account even here? Even if they're not, they can just watch the VOD. 26 crit rolls, 4 attack rolls, only 1 EM roll. That's pretty good. Actually, it's not even... How good is my build? I forgot. I have 35 rolls, 32 if you don't count EM. This is what, 30 rolls? And 31 rolls, 30 if you don't count EM. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty solid build. You could get an improvement through Flower and Feather, so this is the sort of account where, like, you're pissed off. Because you have artifacts that are all good, but outside of your sands, none of them are, like... I guess your circlet's pretty solid, too. But, like, your Flower and Feather are replaceable, which means that, like, this is the sort of account where, like, you want a strong box. Yeah. Oh boy. 308 crit damage. That's an insane Navidad build. That's actually insane. If there's a 140 ER bracket, this is probably top fucking 15. No, top 400. Okay. Only 400, huh? Yeah, I guess the circlet is a little underwhelming. The thing is, you would only use a fucking ER bracket like this if you're doing a team that doesn't run Farina, which is gonna be the forward vape teams, which means that the EM rolls are actually impactful. So this probably is higher than top 400. Let's be honest. Yeah, it is kind of a scam ER bracket. That's true. Like with C1, you're probably not running those forward vape teams. I already looked at the Shao. Not much to say about this. Pretty good build. I can't. Where the fuck is your crit rate so low? Oh, you got Magashose. Never mind. That makes sense. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Wow. You should level your burst and normal attack talent, though. Navia damage distribution is not entirely skill. Her skill is her highest damage ability, but it's not to the same extent as like Arlecchino or stuff like that. All right, Navia's doing here about 40k, and her skill is about 20k of that, right? Her skill often ends up being somewhere between 50 and 60% of her damage, a little bit more when she does a bit less normal attacks. It's a bit less than that if you're doing plunges with Xianyan, but you probably aren't. But yeah, it is actually worth it leveling your normal and burst on Navia. You don't have to get them crowned, but at least getting them to like 8 is a lot. Like getting it to 8 compared to getting it to 9 or 10 is so much cheaper in terms of Mora. Definitely worth it. Probably worth getting to 9 too, and then choose whether or not you want to crown them. It's a lot of attack. No, it's not. It's a decent amount of attack though. It's a decent build. This Sands is insane. This is actually an insane Sands. My god, I wish I had that. My Sands are so ass. Earthshaker, lol W. You do have Serpent Spine. You also have Maoika's Sig, so you probably don't play this. When you play Kenichi, you probably change his build and give him Maoika as weapon or Serpent Spine. So I don't think there's much to say about this. Cool stuff. You're like actually Akasha maxing and cheating though. Like this is not a #1 Chow, even if it is. Be honest with yourself. Anyways. Thank you again for your contribution to the charity. Next. Oh, and by the way, if you redeemed something and you have something specific you want to say about your account, like something specific you want to ask or something, and you're worried that I'll do it when you're not on stream, I'll always read your signatures. So if you have a specific request, put it in your signature. All right. So what do we got here? That's hilarious. That's really funny. That's so funny. This is a Hu Tao build that doesn't have a single wasted roll, but half of the rolls are attack percent. I wonder if this is top 1%. It is, just barely. That's so fucking funny. Oh, man. But not on the Farina leaderboards because it's competing with Magashose stuff. That's so funny. Elegy Yulon, okay. Based. Okay. Holy. Okay, this is not it. What are you doing here? Explain yourself. Give him a level 1 Fav Lance over this shit. The fucker. What's this? What is it with this two-piece? Give him Cinder City. Give him Fav. Oh, that's a C6 Farina. Huh. Wait, is it just me or is this a pretty shitty C6 Farina build? Like, that's kind of ass, no? I guess it's not that bad. The Goblet is really sad. Yeah, it is. Mistsplitter. Your ER is really fucking low. This is not it. Are you a Klee main? I'm guessing you're a Klee main. You should get ER Sands. This is not. Well, what's going on here? Also, I don't know if C6 makes Sig actually better than Key on her. Probably. So I guess this is probably the best stat distribution you can have. Yeah, okay. Wait, shouldn't you have her on Magashose too? If you have Farina on the team? Or Vape Key is better, but they already have Key on... Wait, does Kazuha even proc it? No, he doesn't. Yeah, what's the... C1? Yeah, let me just stay on Kazuha for 8 seconds so I can use my skill, burst skill, and then wait out the cooldown and use my skill again. I don't know about that one. Oh, that's C6 Varesa. Holy. A lot of crit rate. My god. Jesus. Okay, your flower might be the worst thing I've ever seen. How is this plus 20? Jesus Christ. Especially look at the rest and how good everything is. Alright, you've got a 7-roll Sands with flat attack as the last roll. 6-roll, okay. Feather. You know, a 5-roll circlet. 2? Like 3, I guess? On a flower? Like open your artifact transmuter and make a flower right the fuck now. That is disgusting how bad this is. Oh god. Wait, actually, is this even the best set on C6 Verissa? How do the cons work again on C6 Verissa for Verissa? Because I know you use the burst on C6 Verissa, like the big burst. And I know the burst is not plunge damage. So you probably just go Cinder City, right? Or not Cinder City, Obsidian. You know what I mean. You probably just go Obsidian, right? At C6? Cause the burst actually becomes good. No? Cause you get a lot of damage percent, and that should apply to the mini burst plunge damage. It should apply to Volcano Kablam, this 100%. Which is gonna make the plunge set a lot worse, right? Because it dilutes the damage percent. And then this also makes the normal burst even more worth using. Skill mini burst over and over. I mean, I know that's what you do at C2, but C4 and C6 both make using the big burst significantly better. So I feel like you do use it. Big burst does no damage at C6. I mean, you still use it because of this. Even if it didn't do any damage, it increases your next plunge by 500 motion value. But also it does do damage. Like, what do you mean? I wouldn't even be able to test stuff if I wanted to because I'm fucking banned off of Verissa. Fuck. You can use it as an opener? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the gameplay loop at C6, is it not? I don't get it. Why is everyone saying you shouldn't use it? At C0, you shouldn't use it because your energy is better spent elsewhere. At C2, you shouldn't use it because it's slightly better motion value per second to do E into mini burst spam than to use the full burst animation. At C4, it's potentially not worth using because getting your energy might be a problem, but C6 fixes C6 removes every reason not to use it. Does it not? Because like the reasons not to use the burst are you're not gonna have the energy for the mini burst anymore, and the burst animation is fairly long for what it does. But C6 makes it so that the energy isn't a problem, and C4 makes it so that what it does is significantly better. There's still an 18-second cooldown, but the mini burst ignores the cooldown, does it not? The small burst does 10 times the damage of the big one. You're just wrong. That's factually inaccurate. That's not 10 times. It's a tiny little bit more. The reason why it's gonna end up being like maybe twice as strong in practice is because you went the plunge set. But the whole reason we're talking about this is because I'm wondering if the plunge set is worth running on her at C6. I don't see anyone doing big bursts in showcases. Yeah, because no one gives a why are you looking at showcases for gameplay? Like, the enemy dies in 2 plunges at C6, you don't need to do rotation. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? But like, this part makes it so that your next plunge basically does double damage, so it's gotta be worth using. Anyway, even if it's just from this, 100 more damage percent is probably already enough. Like, even if you don't use the big burst, you get 100 more damage percent. That's probably already by itself enough to make Sigset worse than Obsidian Codex. Anyways. But yeah, so get this flower out of here and put her on Codex. True. I'm not too confident on this, but yeah. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's a really good build, huh? One thing here is I would run an ER Sense because with the Symphonist of Sense proc, you'll reach your attack requirements anyways, and more ER is going to make things more comfortable, especially in the new game mode where you start with no energy. You don't have Fav, which means that getting your Eon Sunburst is going to be a massive pain in the ass. Pyro MC, holy. I mean, there's nothing to say about Pyro MC. Pyro MC is what they are, man. Maybe finish leveling your artifacts, I guess. That's it. I assume you usually use Freedom Sworn on Kazo, and you just wanted to use it on Traveler, which is why it's here right now. And then Traveler's... That's nice. A lot of ER. Could use a bit more HP, but honestly, a lot of ER is probably better. Yeah, very nice. Very pawn. Third account! Okay. What do we got here? 23 crit rolls, 6 EM rolls, 6 attack rolls. That's a very good build. Nicely at 100 crit rate, so we don't have to deal with bad RNG bullshit. This is an insane Mawika. Is this top 1% or are the Mawika boards too competitive? No, this is top 0.1%. My god. SMH my head. Segon Sitlali. A lot of crit rate. Pretty small amount of EM, I guess. It is what it is, I suppose. ER is a little low. Your circlet is kind of bad. If I were you, I'd consider trying to find an instructor ER sans and using an off-piece circlet that has a lot of ER substats. I guess. That's an insane amount of ER, by the way. Your circlet is insane. That's fucking crazy. You might have the best Eonsan circlet on the server, by the way. like, for Noblesse on Sun, this might be the best artifact on the server. That's a 4-liner with crit rate, crit damage, ER, flat attack that only rolled into ER. Yeah, that's literally perfect. The only way this could have been better is if there were more high rolls. This is insane. You know, people flame me all every time I show my 124 EM feather, or my 124 EM flower, okay? But you guys need to understand, alright? Rolling above 30 ER is as likely as rolling, you know, 120 EM, except it's also on a circlet with the right main stat. This is fucking insane. Anyways, yeah. Your Eon Sun's still worse than mine. You love to see it. Slightly above 100 crit rate. That's my goat. 25 crit rolls, 5 HP rolls, 1 ER roll. Okay, your ER is too low. This is the sort of ER that you can make work with Fav on Kazuha and Shilonen. But it's actually going to be too low otherwise, right? Like you do. With no Favs on the team, his ER requirements are going to be at around 140. You know what that means? Oh, wait. I forgot the Sig gives energy. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Sorry. I forgot. I'm an idiot. I'm actually stupid. You're fine. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. Chad, I forgot. Chad, I forgot. Chad, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, this is actually really good then. Well, this can't be your best goblet. Considering you're on 5-piece, there is no fucking way in hell this is your best available piece. Considering you're on 5-piece and that HP goblet is viable, there is no goddamn way this is your best piece. No way in hell. You probably have a better piece on someone else right now. Although you might not have anyone else that has HP. I mean, fuck, this is better. This would be better on him. Like, the rest of your pieces are so good, right? 6-roll circlet, 6-roll sands, 7-roll feather, 8-roll flower. Like, these are all good. This is a 4-roll when you could afford to be off-piece. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure with Sig, Farina, Kazuha, Peak Patrol, Cinder City, HP Goblet is already better by default. And you can go offset. Alright, so what you should do is you should go through your artifacts, alright? Like, open your artifact menu, right? Make sure that you don't select anything, or that you at least turn off the filter. Sort by, obviously you can check Hydro too, but if you don't have any great Hydro Goblets, sort by HP %, and just check the +0s you have if you have anything that's got double crit, or even if it's not double crit. If it's a 4-liner with crit damage, you can honestly consider trying to go for it. Anyways, you can definitely do better than this, 100%. And also remember, if you end up finding a Hydro Goblet you can level, HP substat is good. So you're mainly looking for crit damage and HP, not crit damage and crit rate. Because even without this, you're already almost capped on crit rate. Anyways, yeah, so I guess because maybe this isn't better, but it's probably about as good. Anyways, I don't think there's much to say about the rest. This, 26 rolls, 32, 33 with the EM, 32 without it. Pretty good. That's about as good as mine, but this is Glad, not Whimsy. So, oh, that's attack. Okay, never mind. That's kind of, that's kind of, Reyna ER is a bit low. Fuck no. This is a Neuvillette team. This is more than enough on a Neuvillette team. If they were using Ayaka, sure. But they probably just swapped the Fab when they do. I don't see a Shanghai on the show yet, so attack stance is fine. Actually enough ER, which is nice. But no attack rolls, huh? It's decent. Holy. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah, this is really good. Very good build on your Risk of Fear. I'm jealous. Who cares? Alright, next! I want to do at least 5. Number 4. Alright, this looks like a normal Farina build. That's a lot of ER. It's 220 on Fav. I've been desensitized to Farina ER because my Fav build on HP Sands has, I think, even more ER than that. But this is actually kind of insane, isn't it? 8-roll Feather, 9-roll Flower, 7-roll Sands, 6-roll Goblet, 8-roll... Yeah, this is fucking insane, actually. This is actually pretty goddamn insane. Is there a 220 ER bracket? There's a 210. 210 on, oh, it's because they don't have Fav as one of the rankings. I see. Yeah, very, very good Farina build. Yulon, that's also really good. Okay, what the fuck is with what is with these pieces, by the way? Why do you have a 9-roller here and then an 8-roller here? I guess your Sands isn't that good compared to the rest, or your Goblet, I guess. Still though, dude, what the fuck is going on here? What are these pieces? This isn't even fucking Whale either. Like, there's not that many Sigs, no cons. Only 42% attack. Bad build. A real Linny build has at least 60. It's gotta have at least 60. Alright, but 70 is what you want. Oh, sorry. This is a really good build. Top 0.8. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. That's so much flat attack. That's very funny. That's pretty good too, though. Level her ding dong. 26 crit roll. Wait, only 1 EM roll? Okay, unironically, this isn't even that good. Like, it's not bad, but it's not even that good. Like, 26 crit rolls looks insane, but 1 EM roll is like, okay, fucking 130 ER, I guess. Like, sure. Top 1.5 if you're not at ER brackets. I rely on 9 AM, but I mean, yeah, obviously. And that makes sense. That's a good thing. I guess these pieces are good, though. Nice flat HP, lol. TF grind, that's not... Oh, that's not it. Listen, like, you know me, all right? I'm a sucker for attack percent, but this is not a character on which you want to have that much attack percent, especially not on a TF build. Maybe that glide build is funny, but not good, yeah. Arlecchino, 28 crit rolls, 33 rolls total, 30 for EM. That's good. That's really good. Worst piece is probably your circlet. Yeah. Your crit ratio isn't necessarily the best, though. But I guess on a crit weapon, it's pretty much perfect. Or like 101 crit rate. Oops. This probably ranks pretty well then, huh? Wait, really? It's not even top 1? I'm kind of surprised by that. I guess it's because it's Glad. Yeah, it's because it's Glad. You generally need 35 or more rolls for top 1. I mean, how much do I have? I have 35, I guess. Yeah, I guess. What's my character with the most useful rolls? It might be my Hu Tao. If we count attack percent, 38. Oh, shit. 37 on Linny. And that's on the two-piece. What about this one? Oh, wait, that's only 35? Oh, I guess I have less rolls. Oh, it's because of the ER, right? Bro is reviewing himself. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh yeah, my Gumming build is also pretty high, right? Anyways, lol W missive wind spear. Just use 5, little bro. Seems alright though. This is, my god, that's really funny. These are some very, I will say, you have a lot of attack percent on all your fucking characters. Like, what's going on here? You might be following the attack command a little too much. This isn't good. You're capped on crit, aren't you? Like, you're definitely not playing her. I mean, maybe you're playing her solo cryo, but, like, no HP percent here. But 29 crit rolls is good. But pretty solid. 26 crit rolls, 31, 37, 39 rolls. That's really good. Not bad. Not bad. Right. Number 5. Probably the last one for today. That's kind of whatever. Circlet is really good. Goblet is fairly underwhelming for an off-piece. Sands is pretty decent. Feather ain't it, man. Flower's okay. I mean, the difficult pieces you already have. Like, the Sands is pretty decent. It's your Flower and Feather that are a bit underwhelming. Sack? Huh? I guess it's a good build for Sack. Sack, Seat, Lolly, I can't. What the fuck is this? This, something is deeply wrong here. This is dog shit. This is a flat HP Sands. It's not an EM Sands, it's not an attack Sands, it's a flat HP Sands. My god. That's horrendous. Jesus Christ. Your rate's a little low here. When you're not on Sig on Chilonin, you don't care that much about how much defense you have. You'd rather have more crit rate for the Fav, so you should definitely change your circlet for crit rate one. I guess this is fine. Okay, build. 19 crit rolls, 4 EM rolls, 3 attack rolls, but it is on Whimsy. That cannot be your best off-piece Flower. No shot. There's no way. This is 4 useful rolls. That's it. This is better. This is probably slightly better. This is better. This is probably about as good. This is worse. This is much better. This is better. This is better. There's no shot this is your best off-piece Feather. Or Flower. Sorry. No way. Yeah, your Circlet is fucking insane. It's a great Circlet. Goblet is a bit underwhelming, but it's on set, so whatever. Sands is actually pretty good. For Melt, at least. Feather's fine. Flower's dog shit. Alright, Nilo. What? Surely you have at least 1 HP Circlet offset, right? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you accidentally ungeared her. I hope so. I really hope so. Please. The rest, though, I mean, this is really good. Bunch of ER, decent amount of flat HP. This is really good. Bunch of flat HP. It's alright. This is pretty solid, too. Yeah, you got a pretty good Nilo build, assuming this is not the right piece and it's supposed to be something else. Corazon build, okay. You don't have enough crit to proc Fav reliably. You should try to look for either an ER Sands on TOM or a crit rate Circlet, if you actually use her. I also am going to assume here that you accidentally forgot to give her a weapon. It's an okay build, but not that amazing. 17 crit rolls, 7 attack rolls, 2 ER rolls. That's alright. Again, not amazing, but okay. Your Sands is not leveled, though. Feather is pretty good. Flower is alright. Goblet is fine. Circlet's pretty solid. Sans is obviously not it. Bro forgot to study for the UID review. True. True. Oh, it's 5-piece too, so yeah. 21 crit rolls, 2 attack rolls, 3 EM rolls. This is okay, but not amazing. And Chen Yun, Crane's Echoing Call. Okay. No. No, 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 no. You don't want healing bonus circlet on Chen Yun. You generally want to have... Most healers in Genshin heal enough defensively so that you can focus on their stats other than their healing, and Chen Yun is one such case. Healing bonus will maximize your healing, but losing out on an attack circlet means that your plunge buff is going to be smaller. You should always go attack. Also, this is HP main stat, which is not it either. There's a lot of main stats that are wrong here. It might just be because I don't. Yeah. It might be because stuff is like gear was shifted because of a bunch of different things. But yeah, there's definitely a few main stats to address. If you play Shao at all, you should 100% either go in the domain or at least strongbox Noblesse until you get an attack main stat on either Sans or Circlet if you don't have one already. And then go offset on the other one. You go offset circlet, you can yoink this one. Alright. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the UID reviews for today. We did the first 5. Let me... Goose on the loose! Holy shit, she said the thing. She said the thing, chat!